Everyone, and welcome to my happy space. Today I want to share with you a brand new product from the upcoming catalog, Celebrate Sunflowers. I love this stamp set. Sunflowers and daisies are my favorite, so this catalog is chock full of products that you're going to see me use over and over again. The lovely cover of this new book. You can see all the beautiful flowers. This will be available for all of you starting on June 3rd. So keep your eye out for that to come out. Today, like I said, Celebrate Sunflowers. This is the card that we're going to use, going to make. We're using Balmy Blue cardstock with the new Bumblebee in color. So without further ado, let's get started. So again, I've got my card base, which is just cut 5.5 by 8 1/4 and scored in the center. To get that nice creamless fold, I'm going to use my bone folder. And I'm just going to put that off to the side. Then I've got a piece of early espresso, which I've cut to 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And that's going to go on the card just like this. I've also got a piece of the brand new 6x6 Designer Series paper in the In colors, which I've cut 2 inches by 5.5. So I'm just going to layer those on, and I like the way this looked. Originally it was a miscut on my part, but I liked how it's kind of not all the way to the edge there. So we're going to adhere that to the card first. Just put that like this. Okay, so do that, and we're just going to tuck that off to the side over here. Okay, then I've got a piece of Bumblebee cardstock, just a scrap piece here, and I'm using my Early Espresso ink pad. Just going to stamp this awesome big sunflower. So again, because it's a bigger stamp, I like to ink it up this way, so that way I can make sure that it's fully covered and well inked. Stamp that guy down here. Just let it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, and then we're going to also stamp the smaller sunflower from this stamp set. Here. Okay, and then we're going to run it through the Big Shot or your die cutting machine using the sunflower dies shown here. So you can see this is the image that you'll match the sunflower, and this is a die that'll match the smaller one. You can see there's also a bunch of different dies as well. I've cut one out just to show you. This one here shows like that. Like, how pretty is that? And you could layer it over top. Very pretty. But for this card, we're not going to do that. We're just going to run this through the Big Shot. And I've done that ahead of time. So here they are right here. So pretty. Now, for the center color, I'm going to use my sponge dauber, Early Espresso ink, and I'm just going to put some color to the center of this flower. Doesn't need a lot of color, just a bit to make it stand out. Okay, so just like that, easy peasy. Then I'm going to use my Pear Pizzaz Stampin' Write marker, and again, for all of those, you know, they've got 2 ends. One is like a pen end. The other is like a paintbrush. This is the end that I use all the time. So I'm just going to add some green with Pear Pizzaz onto these petals. I didn't want to use anything too dark because I like to have the shadowing lines show through that are part of the stamped image. Okay, so just like that. Okay, those can go off to the side. I've got a scrap piece of white, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment, "Know that you are loved." And I'm going to stamp that in espresso as well on this scrap piece. And then using the Timeless Label Punch, which is in the current catalog as well, punch that out. Just like that. Okay, and then to give it a little bit extra dimension, I'm just going to use the sponge dauber again and just get a bit of ink around the edges. Just really quickly, just like that. Now, I'm going to pull the card base back over here. On the sunflower, I'm going to use some dimensionals, probably about 4. It's pretty big. Just on the back. Oh, that was my trial error piece over there. Don't mind that. I don't waste paper. I just reuse. So. Okay, so this piece here, I'm going to stick. I want to show this corner here. I want a little bit of that to be showing. So I'm just going to stick that down like that. And then I'm going to take this sentiment, snail dimension on it, and just tuck it in behind the sunflower so you can read the words. Just like so. Now for this one, I want it to be layered on top of this big sunflower, but still a little bit extra. So to do that, I'm going to put 1 dimensional on the top part of the flower, just like that. And on the bottom, where it's going to be straight onto the base here, I'm going to actually double up the dimensionals. So 1 right on top of the other, just like that. Peel that off, peel this off, and then find where you want it on your card and stick it down just like that. Okay, so I'm going to, just 2 more steps here. These are the 2020-2022 in color enamel dots. Aren't those colors fabulous? We've got Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Misty Mountain, Just Jade, and Magenta Madness. That's what that one's called. Okay, so we're just going to take off and using this take a pick or your pick or whatever it's called. We're going to peel off a few of these little yellow guys here. Oops. Stick them right on there. And then 2 more for the corner at the bottom here. Okay, these little guys are really sticky today. Okay, just like that. Okay, now, final step. I want to use the Wink of Stella Clear Glitter. What I'm going to do is this pen has got glitter inside it. So as you color, you're going to get this sparkle. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but see how there's sparkle on that card? Okay, so what I've done is just really quickly, if you squeeze right here on the pen, it gets all the sparkles into the brushes, and we're just going to quickly dust over some of the shading lines that are already part of the stamped image. This gives it just a subtle sparkle, and the sparkle won't come off. It's really nice and super easy to get a sparkly image. Again, just do that all over here. And you can put as much or as little as you want. Just be very careful that you're not squeezing too hard when you use this pen, because it has been known to kind of explode and get big splotches of glitter, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things, could be a lot worse things you could get splotches of. So yeah, so we're just going to add some glitter here. Just like that. Now if you want to, just give it a little shake. You can put a little bit more in the center of the sunflowers as well to kind of highlight the center of your sunflower. Oh, they're just so pretty. I love them. Perfect for this time of the year. Okay, now that's the front of the card done. Of course, we need to do something with the inside. So again, I've got a piece for the inside cut to 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to get adhered right in there. But first, I'm going to stamp another one of these beautiful smaller sunflowers, just like this. Voila, just like that. Okay, a little bit of a snail on here. And into the center of the card we go. Oops. Centered. All right, just like that. So there you go. There's your sneak peek at one of the brand new and one of my favorite stamp sets bundles out of the new catalog. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Contact me if you'd like to get a copy of a catalog, and I will put one aside for you. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping in.